Did you know that most people in the US spend thousands of dollars every year on gym memberships, trendy fitness apps, and supplements, yet still struggle with joint pain, slow reflexes, and memory lapses after they hit 50? It sounds unfair, doesn't it? You follow every healthy lifestyle rule, eat well, exercise, maybe even meditate, but somehow your body and mind start sending warning signals you can't ignore. The knees creak when you climb stairs, your balance feels off, and sometimes it takes a little longer to recall a name or a simple fact you used to remember instantly. Now here's something even more surprising. In Japan, a country that seems just as modern and fast-paced, there are over 90,000 people living past 100. That's more centenarians per capita than anywhere else in the world. These aren't just numbers, they are real people who remain sharp, mobile, and independent well into their later years. Some of them are still tending gardens, walking miles every day, playing with grandchildren, or even practicing intricate art forms, all without reliance on supplements, gym machines, or painful injections. So what's the secret? Is it sushi, green tea, good genes? Harvard and Stanford researchers studied Japan's oldest citizens in depth, some well into their hundreds, and discovered something that would shock most Western doctors. It wasn't what they ate, or even their formal exercise routines. The real secret wasn't in the gym or in some expensive supplement. It was in tiny, deliberate daily movements, so simple that many professionals once dismissed them as too basic to matter. But here's the kicker. Those simple movements weren't just minor tweaks to daily life. Brain scans, balance assessments, and joint imaging showed that these subtle habits actually rewired the body and brain, improving flexibility, memory, balance, and even longevity. One of the movements, practiced for just 2 minutes a day, was linked to an average increase of 7 years in lifespan. Imagine that, a tiny daily habit with the potential to literally add years to your life. Let's be honest, most of us are trapped in what I call the modern convenience trap. We sit more than we move. Chairs, couches, cars, and screens dominate our day. Our bodies forget how to move naturally. Our joints stiffen, our core weakens, and the neurological pathways that help with balance and coordination start to fade. And the more we try to fix it with machines, pills, or workouts that push us beyond our limits, the more we realize the results are temporary or even counterproductive. That's where the Japanese approach is radically different. They didn't try to fight aging, they flowed with it intelligently. Instead of chasing calories burned or chasing the latest fitness trend, they returned to what humans were naturally designed to do: move mindfully, engage their joints fully, and activate deep stabilizing muscles every day. And they did it without pain, without sweat, and without expensive equipment. Think about your daily routine. How often do you get up from a chair without using your hands, or squat deeply to rest for a few minutes? How often do you just stand on one leg while brushing your teeth, or twist your torso slowly and deliberately to activate your core? Chances are these movements are rare for most of us, but in Japan, they're normal daily habits, done consistently for decades. Now, here's why this matters. Scientific studies are catching up, showing that tiny, repeated movements have massive benefits for anyone over 50. They improve balance, reduce risk of falls, strengthen joints, maintain cognitive clarity, and even extend lifespan. And unlike strenuous workouts, you don't need hours of dedication or painful training sessions. You can literally start with just a few minutes a day. By the end of this video, you'll learn 6 ancient Japanese movements that can help you age gracefully, stay strong, and keep your mind sharp. Movements so simple that you might initially dismiss them, but so effective that generations of Japanese elders credit these habits as their #1 secret to living independently well into their 90s and sometimes even past 100. If you've noticed stiffness, slower reflexes, or brain fog creeping in, don't worry, you're not failing. Your body is simply asking for the right type of movement. And here's the exciting part. You don't need a gym, fancy equipment, or hours of training. You just need to retrain your body the way it was naturally designed to move, starting today. So stay with me, because in the next section, we'll uncover these 6 simple yet powerful movements one by one. Some take just 2 minutes, some take 5, but every single one has been scientifically linked to better balance, brain health, mobility, and longevity. And the best part is, you can start right now in your living room without breaking a sweat. By the time you finish watching, you'll have a clear roadmap to age differently, to regain flexibility and independence, and to feel stronger, steadier, and sharper, just like the Japanese elders who inspired this method. Let's start with something that sounds almost too simple to be powerful. It's called Sampo, the art of slow walking. In Japan, elderly men and women don't rush their morning walks. They don't power walk with earbuds in or track calories on a smartwatch. Instead, they walk at half their normal speed, moving slowly and deliberately, feeling every step, heel, arch, toe, over and over again. Here's the strange part. When researchers from Kyoto University studied seniors who practiced slow walking daily, they found 62% less arterial stiffness, better balance, and walking patterns similar to people 20 years younger. Why? Because walking slowly forces the small stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, hips, and core to wake up again. It also sends strong sensory signals to the brain, retraining your balance system. To try it, walk at half your normal pace for 10 minutes. Inhale for 2 steps, hold for 2 steps, exhale for 4 steps. That's it. No sweat, no gear, just calm, deliberate movement. Next is something millions of Japanese still do every single morning. It's called radio taiso. At exactly 6:30 a.m., a soft melody plays on national radio across Japan, and people, young and old, start moving together. Radio taiso is a 3-minute flow of gentle stretches, arm circles, side bends, knee lifts, torso twists, nothing intense, nothing painful. But in a study of over 8,000 seniors, those who practiced radio taiso daily had 40% fewer falls, 55% less chronic back pain, and far better shoulder and hip mobility into their 80s. The secret? These rhythmic movements stimulate synovial fluid, the natural oil inside your joints. Without it, stiffness and pain accelerate after 50. To try it, simply move your arms, hips, and spine gently for 3 minutes every morning. No forcing, no bouncing, just continuous motion. Now comes a movement most Western adults can barely hold for 10 seconds, the deep squat rest. In Japan, you'll often see elderly people resting comfortably in a deep squat, heels down, back upright, chatting or gardening. In a 12-year study of 5,000 seniors, those who could hold a deep squat for just 2 minutes had a 70% lower chance of needing assisted living later in life. Why is this posture so powerful? Because it opens the hips fully, strengthens the pelvic floor, decompresses the spine, and keeps the ankles mobile. To start, squat near a wall or sturdy chair. If your heels lift, place a rolled towel under them. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds a few times a day. Build slowly. This isn't exercise, it's your body remembering how it was designed to rest. Now let's talk about something Japanese doctors literally prescribe: single leg standing. It sounds silly, but research from Fukuoka University followed 12,000 older adults for 15 years. Those who practiced standing on one leg daily had 68% fewer hip fractures and 75% fewer fall-related hospitalizations. Even more shocking, brain scans showed increased gray matter in areas responsible for balance and coordination. When you stand on one leg, your body makes hundreds of micro-adjustments every minute. Your core fires, your ankles stabilize, your brain lights up. To try it, stand near a wall, lift 1 foot an inch off the ground, focus on a fixed point. Start with 20 to 30 seconds per leg. Japanese seniors often do this while brushing their teeth. Next is one of the most powerful aging tests you've never heard of, the floor-sitting transitions. In Japan, people sit on the floor daily. That means they also get up and down dozens of times a day. A massive study from the University of Tsukuba found that those who could sit on the floor and stand back up without using their hands had lower mortality rates, stronger legs, and better cognitive scores. Why? Because this movement demands coordination, core stability, and motor planning, exactly what declines silently after 50. To start, lower yourself into a kneeling or seated position using a chair for support, then rise back up. Just 2 or 3 reps a day is enough. Finally, the most surprising one of all, the towel twist. You take a towel, hold it at shoulder height, and pull outward gently. Then twist your torso slowly to one side. Hold 3 seconds, return to center, switch sides. That's it. But in a 20-year study of 15,000 Japanese elders, those who practiced this for just 2 minutes a day lived 7 years longer on average. This movement activates deep stabilizer muscles that normal workouts miss. It also stimulates both hemispheres of the brain at the same time, improving coordination and memory. To try it, twist slowly, no jerking, keep tension in the towel, breathe normally. These 6 movements don't look impressive. They won't make you sweat. They won't impress anyone at the gym. But together, they form a daily ritual that keeps Japanese elders strong, mobile, balanced, and mentally sharp into their 90s and beyond. And the most important part? You don't have to do all 6 today. Start with one movement, 1 minute, because consistency beats intensity every single time. Now, before you think, this all sounds great, but I'm too stiff, too busy, or too far gone to start, let me stop you right there. You are not behind, you are not broken, and you are definitely not too old. The Japanese elders you've just learned about didn't wake up one day at 70 and suddenly become flexible, balanced, and pain-free. They built these abilities slowly, quietly, and consistently over decades. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need decades to start feeling the benefits. Many people report noticeable improvements in balance, joint comfort, and mental clarity in just a few weeks. This isn't about becoming an athlete. This is about becoming independent, confident, and stable in your own body again. Let's talk about how to start safely and realistically. First, forget the idea that you need to do all 6 movements perfectly. That mindset kills progress. Instead, choose just 1 movement to begin with. Maybe it's slow walking. Maybe it's standing on one leg while brushing your teeth. Maybe it's the towel twist before bed. 1 movement, 1 minute, 1 daily habit. That's how real change begins. If you're dealing with joint pain, poor balance, past injuries, or you haven't exercised in years, that's okay. These movements were literally designed for aging bodies. But you still need to respect where your body is today. Here are a few simple safety rules that Japanese doctors themselves recommend. Always practice near a wall, countertop, or sturdy chair, especially for balance-based movements like single leg standing or deep squats. Never push into pain. Mild discomfort is okay. Sharp pain is not. Move slowly. Speed reduces benefits and increases injury risk. Breathe normally. Holding your breath increases tension and blood pressure. If you have serious medical conditions, recent surgeries, or severe joint issues, talk to your doctor or physical therapist before starting. Not because these movements are dangerous, but because your body deserves personalized care. Now here's a simple daily routine you can follow even if you're busy. Morning, 5 to 7 minutes. 3 minutes of gentle joint movement like radio taiso. 2 minutes of slow walking around your home or outside. Evening, 5 to 8 minutes. 1 minute of single leg standing. 2 minutes of towel twist. 2 to 3 floor sitting transitions or deep squat holds. That's it. Less than 15 minutes a day. No gym, no equipment, no sweating. But here's the real secret that almost no one talks about. It's not the movements themselves that change your life. It's the identity shift that happens when you start moving with intention every single day. You stop seeing your body as something that's breaking down. You start seeing it as something that can be trained, restored, and supported. And that mindset alone changes everything. Instead of fearing stairs, you start trusting your legs again. Instead of worrying about falling, you start feeling grounded and stable. Instead of accepting brain fog as normal aging, you start noticing clarity return. That confidence spills into every part of your life. Now, let me ask you something important. What kind of aging do you want? Do you want to reach your 70s or 80s needing help to stand up, afraid of falling, dependent on medications, and slowly shrinking your life to avoid pain? Or do you want to be that person who can still squat, walk confidently, play with grandchildren, travel freely, and live independently on your own terms? Because that future is not determined by your genetics alone. It's determined by what you do with your body every single day. And the choice starts now. You don't need motivation. You need a small daily promise to yourself. I will move my body gently, deliberately, and consistently. That's it. One last thing. The Japanese elders don't do these movements because they want to live forever. They do them because they want to live well, clear-headed, strong, balanced, and independent for as long as life allows. That's the real goal. Not anti-aging, not fighting time, not chasing youth, but building a body and brain that support your life instead of limiting it. So here's your challenge. Pick one movement from today's video, do it for 1 minute today, then come back tomorrow and do it again. And if you're watching this right now, I'd love to hear from you. Which movement spoke to you the most? Slow walking, deep squatting, single leg standing, the towel twist? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and I reply when I can. Because aging isn't something we endure, it's something we can shape, starting today.